3, 2, 1.
The Washington metropolitan region is home to one of the nation's most robust and vast commuter rail systems. We call it Metro. On this edition, we'll take an inside look at how the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department trains recruits to face the unique dangers and challenges of responding to emergencies on Metro. Plus, we'll get an overview of the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department from Chief Bowers, detailing the department's capabilities and recent accolades. Every day, the DC Metro rail system moves nearly 750,000 riders. In a year, Metro will get more than 260 million people where they're going, mostly without incident. But when incidents do occur on Metro, they are by their very nature extremely hazardous. In order to get in front of any potential Metro hazards, the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department trains and drills recruits to be experts in the hazards unique to Metro rail travel. Here's more.
Today is our first introduction as a recruit class to the Washington area Metro system. Basically, it's our first general overview of how the Metro system works, what's safe, what's not safe, when we're actually inside the cars, where things are that we can be using to help people inside the vehicles. And then once we're released in a few weeks, then training will get a little bit more in depth. We'll be working with our specific units on drills and things of that nature.
And they're getting their introductory to the Metro system and the training that they need to do their jobs in the event of emergency at the Metro system.
Inadvertently re-energized, then that will serve as a warning that third rail is now.
Part of a recruit's training involves an introduction to passenger rail safety, and we split the class up into two components. We talk about heavy rail passenger, which would be your traditional Amtrak, your VRE, and then we talk about heavy rail transit, which is Metro. Metro was introduced into Fairfax County in 1983 with the opening of the Huntington station. Since then, the system has gotten exponentially larger over the years. We incorporated the recruit training internally with our 77th recruit school, and that was probably about 1990.
It's something that people take for granted, I think, every day. Get on the Metro, get off the Metro, without really thinking about the danger just a couple feet away, especially with that third rail. And I think most of the stuff we learned today was how to avoid the danger, and also what we can do as first responders to minimize it or kind of skirt around it if we can by avoiding those most dangerous areas.
We deliver a didactic portion at the Academy. We cover some basics about the Metro rail system. We talk about the stations. We talk about car equipment, the roadway hazards, and the safety items that Metro requires before we can bring them into the yard.
First, we had a lecture to learn about it, and then we came here and we divided into groups, and we basically broke it down into the outside of the car, the components of it, the inside of the cars, as well as the tracks on the outside, the dangers associated with this system in general, which are very high.
Additionally, we take them in what's the Metro roadway where the trains operate, and we can see the hazards that exist, specifically the third rail, the electrical system. Gives us an opportunity to test it and test equipment and things that the recruit will learn, so when they get out into the field, they're familiar with the equipment we carry for a Metro incident, and they have that fundamental knowledge of how the system works and the inherent dangers within both heavy rail environments.
I was very excited to finally get a chance to come over here. Living in the area, I've ridden the Metro hundreds of times. I used to work in Falls Church, so driving by, I've seen this facility a lot. wasn't aware that this is what the facility was used for. But being here, I was actually very impressed.
The second part of the day, we bring them to one of the facilities like the West Falls Church Service Inspection Facility, and we have the opportunity through a relationship we have with WMATA and the shop that we can work in their environment, we can see the cars, and we have the opportunity to get in the cars, get under it, learn all the components, the safety hazards. Within the Metro system, the propulsion method that moves the trains is a result of getting power from the third rail. And compared to traditional heavy rail, so inherently there's more of a danger in Metro, plus there's more moving pieces. There's switches, and there's a lot more traffic, train traffic in the Metro system, with cars moving constantly throughout the orange, the silver, the yellow, and the blue line that are all affected in Fairfax County.
We've had access to the interior of this building where there are the cars that are not charged, so the danger has sort of been minimized, as well as the tracks outside we've had access to, which has many third rails that are charged, so we were able to kind of be up close and personal to the actual danger that we might face.
Third rail operates at 750 volts, so to actually try to bring that into a classroom setting will be hard. So coming here to a facility like this would give them access to the hands-on opportunities to be able to test and learn more about that power.
The access has been pretty incredible. We've been able to go out and test the third rails, which is where the electricity is that powers the Metro cars. A couple of the takeaways I've had were the amount of voltage that comes out of the rail cars is a little alarming, but how generally safe these cars are made, both for the passengers and for us first responders when we're helping.
These tethers keep that from happening. Flip it open, it tells you right here.
When a recruit graduates, they're going to get an assignment, and they're going to begin potentially the very next day out of recruit school and be assigned to one of the stations that has the Metro rail system within their first due response area. So the importance of this training is to instill that a train can be operating on any track in any direction at any speed at any time. So if we don't explain that in recruit school, potentially the first day they're in the station, they may be running a hazard in the rail system and not know these dangers, and that could cause them to get injured or fatally injured.
We should be finding out shortly where we're station's assignment, and the benefit of being here today is, for the most part, almost all of us will have Metro stations or Metro lines in our first due area.
It's been amazing. It has been everything that everybody talks about Fairfax. The instruction has been top of the line, top notch.
This academy is everything I thought it was going to be. Every drill we do, having the opportunity to come out here, check the Metro system, it doesn't seem like something that really any other fire department has the ability to do, and it's been an honor, to be honest with you.
It's just that kind of specialized training that makes the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department one of the most renowned departments across the nation. Next, Chief Richard Bowers gives us, in his own words, a big picture view of the department, highlighting our capabilities and achievements.
Our ISO rating is really the Insurance Services Office's assessment of how well a fire and rescue department can supply suppression resources, i.e. when there's a fire, can we get water on the fire quickly? Fairfax County was the first in the Commonwealth to receive a Class 1, the highest rating, the only Class 1 fire department in the National Capital Region. But more importantly, the investments that our elected officials have made and our residents have made, it makes for a safer community with respect to the Fire and Rescue Department being able to get to a fire at your house very quickly and be able to put water on it. We have firefighters that are firefighter EMTs and firefighter paramedics, so that we're able to deliver quick, reliable, trained personnel that are properly certified and equipped to take care of any type of emergency, whether it's a fire, rescue, or emergency medical need. It's a very efficient model where we have this blended system where our firefighters and EMTs and our firefighter paramedics can do everything. They can respond to a structure fire, a rescue or special operations situation, or an emergency medical service situation. Our urban search and rescue team is certainly the crown jewel of this fire and rescue department and really the international and national response network in which we operate in. The challenge is keeping the men and women of this department that are part of that elite group trained, equipped, and ready. You got to remember, when there's a national or international response, our team most likely will go. We are only one of 2 teams in the United States that can go international. Our team is actually identified as USA 1, and Los Angeles County Fire Department is USA 2. The men and women of Fairfax County are very skilled because they have a lot of deployments, and with the deployments come experience. Fire and Rescue Department is doing everything we can to prevent the 911 call, but we need help from our residents too. Smoke alarms save lives. They don't put the fire out, but they save lives. What the Fire and Rescue Department advocates is 1 on each floor and 1 in each sleeping area. But at the very least, if in fact anyone out there in Fairfax County needs a smoke alarm or needs one to be checked, we will come out free of charge, the Fire and Rescue Department, and either install a battery or install a new smoke alarm, at least 1 in the living, sleeping areas of your home.
We're involved in the community a lot. We became firefighters because we like helping people. Most folks that take on that job, that occupation, they want to help folks. And we just took it a step further. We're running 911 emergencies, say on the south end of Fairfax County. We saw kids at the bus stop during the wintertime with no coats on. So we wanted to find a way to help those kids. So we started out giving out used coats. Then next thing you know, we met with business leaders in the community and things of that nature, and we were able to go out and purchase coats for these kids. Same thing with backpacks. We did the coats, then the school said, hey, can you help us with getting backpacks and school supplies for the kids? Then they came back and said, can you help us with getting gifts for the kids for the holidays? So we started out doing one thing and we ended up doing so much more, but we really enjoy doing it, from the troops on the ground, the firefighters, all the way up to the fire chief. We all enjoy going out helping these kids and helping these families.
That's going to do it for this edition of Fire and Rescue Digest. To find out more about the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department, visit our website and join us on social media. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.